20 years ago, I met the man of my dreams with an old farmhouse from my nightmares. He was a maintenance man that could fix and build anything, so together we set out to remodel our century home room by room. My involvement was mainly limited to design and assisting him with easy tasks, such as holding the end of a tape measure or steadying boards. We were slowly turning our home into something we could be proud of, until he left for work on our son's 4th birthday and was killed by a distracted driver. I was left with 2 small children, a crumbling house, and virtually no fixer-upper skills. Vowing to complete the vision we had for our home and also to pass along the skills he would have taught our children, I set out to fix up our home myself. I drew up plans, pulled my own permits, hired my own subs, and did some of the work myself. I'll never forget the first time I attempted to use Gary's miter saw. I had no idea how to unlock it from its closed safety position, and I almost gave up right there. Many projects followed and my knowledge grew. Thank goodness I didn't give up. Fast forward to the year 2017. I was now working as the grand jury coordinator for Summit County. As with most criminal court proceedings, I come in contact with hundreds of police officers. One day, our chief investigator, Ben, sent me a text that read, "Dear Handy, could you make me one of those thin blue line flags out of wood?" I was not happy with my first try, which I deemed a mistake. That first flag hangs in my office, and I invite all police officers that enter to sign the lines. My second attempt turned out much better, and I began writing hidden messages of scripture, gratitude, and prayers for protection inside the boards. Word about my flags quickly spread, and I was soon taking orders for thin blue line flags and other designs. To keep my flag designs straight, I named each style after the officer that inspired the design. Examples are Benjamin, Ryan, Lauren, and Michael, to name a few. I was soon working every day on my flags and sharing photos on Facebook. I decided to call my side business Blessed Are the Peacemakers, as Matthew 5:9 is the scripture written on the back of every flag. All of my flags are made out of pallet wood, and in the early days, I had to go behind businesses and scout through the things they had thrown away. There are 3 companies in particular that were very kind to me. Your managers allowed me to take cast-off pallets that could no longer be recycled or used. I took those pieces home, I cut them up, and I made them into flags for heroes. I'd like to thank those companies. In particular, they are Tractor Supply, Lowe's, and Carter Lumber. Your employees are awesome, and I want to thank you. Here's the moment my life changed. One day, I happened to have 3 different sizes of my thin blue line Benjamin flag ready at once. So I asked my son to take a few photos. My DeWalt drill happened to be around, so I held it and posed in one of my photos. As soon as I posted the photo on Facebook, one of my friends, a different Benjamin coincidentally, suggested I share it to DeWalt's Facebook page, which I did. About a week later, I noticed DeWalt was sponsoring a national Show Us Your Tough contest. The grand prize was a trip to the PBR finals in Vegas. What luck! I had an advantage over the other entrants in that I already had the perfect photo, it told a story, and I entered the day the contest began. Through the support of my entire hometown, family, friends, and officers, I had the most votes from the beginning of the contest all the way through the end. I could have gotten comfortable with my huge lead, but that isn't me. I drove my numbers by constant updates and thank yous to everyone that backed me. I took my daughter to Vegas with me, and the highlight of my trip was meeting Team DeWalt at a luncheon in Carmine's at Caesar's Palace. I presented Jess Lockwood, Matt Triplett, and Silvano Alves with personalized flags. It was one of the best experiences of my life, and we were truly treated like royalty. I wasn't home from that trip for more than 24 hours and already bought tickets to the 2018 World Finals. I'll make it happen somehow. Also immediately following the trip, I somehow became aware of the DeWalt Socks page on Instagram. I thought, I have to have a pair. I ordered some and posted a photo while wearing them while sitting on my 4-wheeler. They sent me a message saying they were sending more socks and asked if I could take some more pictures because my 4-wheeler photo was a huge hit with their company and got a lot of likes on Instagram. My second photo was of me working on my flag, and then they asked for more pictures. This time I hired a professional photographer friend and included some of the tools I had won as part of the Show Us Your Tough contest. A short while later, AYK International contacted me from Canada and asked if I would like a trial position as a sales representative for their DeWalt and Realtree sock lines, which I happily accepted. I also decided to create this YouTube channel because it has been a goal of mine for quite some time, and my friends have asked me to do this for years. In many cases, I had no one to teach me and had to figure things out on my own. I was very much aware that construction was for the most part male-dominated, having very few female peers. Whenever I was intimidated, I would think, this saw or tractor or compressor, what have you, doesn't know it's me running it, not my husband. For this reason, I am creating how-to videos specifically aimed at empowering women, although I hope everyone watching will find them useful. DeWalt has a slogan, and that is DeWalt Tough. For me, that means DeWalt Tough may get tired, DeWalt Tough may get discouraged, but DeWalt Tough never quits. Sorry. Personal. I need to do that again.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through it, though.
Take a moment, too, if you need.
All right. I want to nail it. Okay. DeWalt has a slogan, and that is DeWalt Tough. For me, that means DeWalt Tough may get tired, DeWalt Tough may get discouraged, but DeWalt Tough never quits. I'm Jennifer Klein, Miss DeWalt to my friends, and I am DeWalt Tough. Thank you.